It's Tracey from Mindless Crafting, and Bill will be up here in a moment. We are so happy to be here right now. And I'm going to be continuing with making these bookmarks. And I love seeing what y'all have been placing in the group. Hopefully you can hear me okay. And I am going to be using some of the words from the men's stamps. So yeah, let's see who's in the craft room today. We're going to see who's in the craft room today. Let's see. Who's in here? Oh, there we go. I see a couple of y'all comments. We had a bad storm here last night. Lots of rain, and I know some people lost their electricity. Thank goodness we didn't lose our electricity, thank goodness. So that's a good thing. So yeah. Let's see what y'all are saying. Strawberry is in the craft room today. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for one of my stamp sets, and I don't see it. Let's see. Okay, so let's see who's here right now. Greetings from Arizona. Hey, Edith Anderson. How's the weather over there in Arizona? Hopefully the weather is okay where you are. Let's see, who's that? Hot. I know, right? It's hot and it's rainy. Looks like we're going to get more rain today, but last night we have a lot of people. There's a lot of outages around Georgia, but so far so good for us. Looks like our connection is pretty good. No issues here, but yeah. It took forever to hear. Oh, did it? It took forever to hear you. Okay. I had that closed only because I think there might be a delivery truck outside. Yeah, but so how are y'all doing? Everyone's been having hot weather. Hopefully y'all have been able to cool off. I've been wanting to go on the trail, but it's been like really hot, like almost an unhealthy heat. Yes, I see what y'all have been putting in the group. Thanks for continuing to post your stuff in the group. I love it. I saw, I can't remember who it is, but man, they're making some cards using the women's the paper dolls. So yeah, good for y'all. Billy, got anything to say?
Hi.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so basically I have been cutting out some of the guys. The guys, okay. And so I'm going to just continue to do some of those. Here's what I have. How cute. These are the ones that we did. I don't know if I did. I think I did this without, I don't remember now, but Look how cute. And the bookmarks are in different sizes. I just, whatever size, you know. And so I'm going to use one of the stamp sets from the men. I'm going to use some of these to get, you know, right over the head here. So I think this will be fun to use some of these. Yeah. So that's what we're doing today. I'm drinking some green tea because I'm still, you know how you feel like you're coming down with something, but it's not like, you know, you're trying to hold it off. So I've been doing a lot of tea. I did my apple cider vinegar tea. That usually helps me, especially if I'm having issues with my throat. I do lemon, apple cider vinegar, just a dash, because the apple cider vinegar could be overpowering. And then I do cayenne pepper and green tea. I use the green tea bag because that's my favorite. And then and then some honey in there.
Gaytan, I feel your pain. Gaytan said, yesterday the police knocked on my door to check if I was okay. That was nice, but scary at the same time.
You know what?
And they said it's the police. Exactly.
Wait a minute.
Look, if I don't call you, which I won't, hey, no need to check.
That's strange, Gaytan. They did the same thing to my mother yesterday. We had to run over to my mother's yesterday. Because we saw the police show up on her ring, and when they got there, they were like, "We're just coming over to check on you." And so we thought that was strange. Yeah, that was just kind of strange. So yeah, Bill and I ran up because my mother's only like 7 minutes at the top away from us. But that was strange that we saw them on her ring. And then they said they're just checking on her. So that's such a coincidence. That happened to my mother. I don't know what that's all about. I mean, by the time we got there, they were gone, but still. Go check on Mama. Okay, yes. So this is what we have right now.
Linda Huffman, these are from the store. They're called The Guys. I'll put the link in so you can check it out.
According to Bill, this is The Guys. Were they checking on her due to the heat? Huh. Maybe. I don't, you know, it's hard to tell. They just said they were checking on her. I mean, she has her thing if she's in any distress. You know what? My mother will keep her heat on. No. By the time I leave my mother's house, I'm like sweating because my mother will keep the heat on. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, Cecilia. Cecilia said, glad you guys are close to your mom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had to. We used to live on the other side of town. And when my father-in-law passed, we tried to convince my mother-in-law to maybe come live with one of us. And she would not do it. And she's so independent.
Mm-hmm.
So we said, well, in that case, we'll move by you.
She's still very independent, you know.
Because she wasn't moving. You can't pry her out of here.
These colors are gonna go so well with this. I think I'm gonna leave this like this, and I'm gonna use this side to put one of the guys on here. The Guys.
And I did thumbs up myself.
So I'm working on the grandma and grandpa images and the teens. So y'all stay tuned for that.
Nikki Jane says the stamp with the guy with the big hair is like Lionel Richie.
Oh, the stand. Oh, okay, gotcha. You're talking about this guy right here. You must be meaning this
Let's see.
guy.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. He does look Lionel Richie-ish, not Richie Rich. Lionel. Just call him Lionel Rich, okay? Why am I thinking this song Stuck on You? That
Because
wasn't
Lionel
Lionel Richie,
Richie.
was it?
Yep.
Stuck on you. Got a feeling down deep in my soul that I just can't hide. Yes, I'm on my way.
Deb Couture. Glad to see you doing better.
Hey, Deb.
She's thanking everyone for all their prayers and words of
Oh,
encouragement. She's feeling so much better this week and more positive about her healing.
awesome.
Linda Hubbard said, we worked for 2 years to get my mom in a safer home space.
Yeah.
Got a call for the place she could move in. She refused to leave our big childhood home. She's 89.
Oh, wow.
Exactly. They're not moving.
So she's still there. I mean, and if you can do it, I think it helps them also. I think not removing my mother from her home was a great thing when my stepdad passed. Because sometimes that movement, can really kind of mess them up a bit, Because mentally, you want them to be okay also. Now I'm going to have that stuck in my head.
You're cutting it out pretty smoothly.
Yeah, I'm going close to the line. I don't have to, but I love doing this. Y'all know that I love fussy cutting, right?
Madeline.
It's therapeutic for me.
Look at Jill Pounds is in the house.
Jill Pounds.
The kids have freed her for a few moments. Destiny Grace is sneaking in while working. Ann Guziak.
Hey, Ann.
Jill says she don't have the grandbabies on Thursday.
Okay, gotcha.
But yet. Let's add that to it.
Let's add yet to it, okay.
Little Hopper says the problem is that the neighborhood where her mom is getting bad. Most of the original homeowners have passed. It was a special place, well sought after apartments for vets and spouses.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, Rebecca, you said you've been in the craft room? Oh, Destiny Grace. What did she say? I saw her comment come through.
She says the Ring doorbell is great, as you may know, but I love how you can see who's at your mom's door and talk to them without actually being there.
Right. And here's the other thing. My mother's temperature in the house, I can control it from my phone. So if she says, it's too cold or too hot, I mean, it's just amazing the amount of stuff they have. It'll even give me because I have it on my phone and my sister has it on her phone. So either one of us, soon as she says it's too hot in here, she couldn't remember how to use her the new her brand new we had the heating system, remember? We had that whole furnace change and stuff and got her this advanced thing, but she did not know how to use that temperature control. So there's an app, y'all. Can you believe it? So I can go and I can get on my phone. Like if my mother says it's cold. Normally it's too cold in her house for her. And she's like, well, turn it up to about 80 degrees. And I could turn it up. There's a little dial that looks just like her dial. And it comes up on my phone and I can turn the heat up, turn it down. I can turn it off, turn the air conditioner on. It's just so much.
Oh man. Little Helper says my brother had put down a $7,500 non-refundable deposit. She signed the contract but changed her mind when she got home. We were also upset because it took so long to even get the place.
Wow, non-refundable. Ooh. Yeah, that's...
House Scrapper.
Yeah, that's why when my stepfather passed, we didn't want to take her out of the house, like sell her house and all of that stuff. Or like, oh yeah, it's time to sell. No, we were like, give her time and see how it goes first before you think about, selling her house and stuff. That's like a big move,
Yeah.
You want to give her some time to see where she is. And that's what we did. Gave her some time.
Scrapper says, here we go with another great digital stamp. Thank you for all you do. When I get off work today, I'll be playing. And Lily McGee says, may God walk before us today and guide the path in all we do, desire, and say.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lily, for another fantastic thought, comforting thought.
Yes, uplifting too.
I'll be back. I
think I'll put
tea right quick. That's perfect.
Let's see. I run my HVAC on my phone too. It was a scheduling system, but I can change it for a set period of time. Okay. Yeah, you can change it for a set period of time. That's a good idea. We've been trying to regulate it because you can do that where it automatically regulates depending on what my mother's normal, like now that we're into the summer, she may not need the heat on, but my mother will have that heat on. My mother will have, she will have that heat on in the summer. I'm like, Mom, isn't it too hot? She was like, it is not too hot in here. I'd be over there just like sweating. Okay, I felt like I was sitting on the equator or something. That's how hot it was at my mother's house. And it's been like super hot over here. Hey, House Scrapper. Julie Jones, how are you? Julie Jones, you said wait until you get old. You will want that heat too. I am pro heat. I used to do comforters in the summer. I can't do that anymore. Once I hit menopause, that was it for me. I was like, a light, maybe a light blanket or something. I would like to get some outdoor cameras, but just to see the wildlife here in the country. That's a good idea, Reagan. You're doing fine. Happy for the new stamps. Oh, I'm glad you like them. I can't wait to see y'all. Make sure you post in the group. I can't wait to see what y'all do with the guys. Oh my goodness, Jennifer, real people. I remember people talking about menopause, and man, I just could not understand. Now I understand. Okay, it's not as bad anymore. But man, my early 50s, I was feeling it. Oh, Bertha, I did these on my iPad, and then Bill takes them and does them. So I do some of the creation, and then Bill goes back in because he has I don't really know, I don't know Illustrator and Photoshop like he does, and then he goes in and tweaks certain things because I'm like, Bill, this doesn't look right, you know, and then he'll go ahead and do them for me, like fix whatever needs to be fixed. Like if I can't do the shadows or the folds in the clothes, or if I can't get something right, he'll go ahead and do it for me.
I just pinned it to the top of the chat just in case.
But I'm glad y'all are liking these. So that's why some of the so you notice that some of the freebies I call duds, but they're not really, you know, to y'all, you know, there's a lot on there that I don't want to share because I don't like the way some of the things look. And they take a little bit longer. But you can only get better, right? But Bill, he's really handy with that with Illustrator, Photoshop. And then when he was stuck, he would call Chelsea. So it was like a whole team effort.
If Chelsea was so good, she could describe exactly what she needed to do.
She just, we saw some of her drawings
without
yesterday.
even being at the program.
Right, she does. She's so good at it. She doesn't even, but she's been doing hers since like what? When she first started in 10th grade, was it? 10th grade?
Yeah.
She's got years of experience. That was her favorite class, was her graphic arts class. House Scrap, I do have, I have Instagram.
You also, hold up. Are you a part of the Mindless Crafting group?
Right.
On Facebook? Let me pull that link for you. Let's see.
Gay 10, I have to go back and look. I've been trying to limit my screen time only because my eyes have been giving me some issues lately. Oh, Linda said, now I have to fix my printer. It is only printing one color. Huh. I'm going to try changing the maintenance box. Any suggestions, Bill?
Hold up.
Julie Jones said a whole collection of grandsons. Y'all are going to like the teens. It's just taking me a little bit. Teens are challenging.
Okay, there it is. Now, you just go to Facebook and type in Mindless Crafting Group, and you should see it. Now, to join, you're going to have to answer 3 questions. If you don't, you're not going to be able to get in.
Can someone please post the site so I can go buy the set?
Yeah, look at the top of the, okay, I'll put it in again. At the top of the chat, I put it, and I'll put it one more time.
Oh, yeah, that price is great. Okay. Bill, he set the price. Okay.
Because it's the guys.
It's the guys. He got to set the price. Made him feel empowered. Okay.
For change.
He said for a change.
And there it is one more time. I just put it there again, House Scrapper.
Stamp of the month is not back now, Nikki Jane. Not yet.
Brenda Ray. Brenda Ray says, hey everyone, love the Men Digitals.
Thank you.
Julie Jones says, a whole collection of grandsons. Oh, back to Linda Huffman. She said, it is only printing one color. Gonna try changing maintenance box.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, Linda Huffman? I think I had to change my box.
Yeah, I feel like
it doesn't cost that much. I looked up what could a possible problem be, and it became that. And I just looked at YouTube step by step, looked it over a couple times, and then when I just changed it over, YouTube, freeze frame, next step, freeze frame, until I got it done, and it worked after that. So maybe that's it. When I bought it, they sent 2 boxes. Because mine, I had to get one because like the ink or something was coming through or something. It was acting really stupid. Judy.
Right. There we go. Now this paper is really, I love this paper right here. Look at that. That's the beige. This one is the beige collection. That vintage beige collection. So let's see if we can, these, see, I know these guys are pretty tall. Okay, let me just put this on here. Look, I love the way that looks. So,
excuse me.
Bless you, babe.
You're welcome.
Who has watched Gilded Age? Just asking. Not giving away anything, but just want to know who's watched that first. Is that first episode, right? Or second? First episode. All I got to say is there's a lot of storylines going on right now, and I can't wait for the second episode. Bonnie Glover has watched it. Woo, there's a lot going on. Oops. Flew over there. Someone
Yuli says you can try doing an alignment and check the level of the inks. Also, make sure you're not buying a generic brand. You know, ultimately, you eventually will try some of everything until something locked in. Worst case scenario, you can email Epson or try to get them on the phone. And oftentimes they'll get right back. Just describe exactly what's happening.
Yeah, but it might be a simple fix that you can do on your own.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, but that's they'll walk you through it though.
Mm-hmm. The way that looks.
Natty Pina. So how you doing, Bonnie Glover?
Hey, Natty. Yeah, that Gilded Age. So many storylines.
You ain't kidding. They get this set up for a long season.
They sure are. I'm like, woo.
In the first episode,
and I don't want to say anything.
10 different things.
I know. There's so much. It's so much.
I love when that kind of writing. See, average writing is when everything revolves around one.
They
or
got
two people.
so many things.
And if they don't even show somebody else for the rest of the year, it really won't matter. Not here.
I'm going to say one thing. The aunt. The sister, who's the aunt also. That's all I got to say. Okay? The sister, who is that aunt, boy? I tell you. Or should I say the aunt with the bad attitude? That's all I'm going to say. I ain't saying nothing else. I'm not saying nothing else.
Well, I'll tell you who I'm keeping an eye on. I'm keeping an eye on the Gilded Age's son.
Huh? Oh, the son. Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Russell's son.
Yeah.
I got to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, because okay. I'm not saying nothing else.
That's all I'm going to say.
I'm not saying nothing else. Okay.
I'll leave it there.
That Gilded Age.
I don't know. He's kind of got me a little concerned.
I got to call the Quilting Marine, see how he doing, okay?
You think Mark?
You doing all right at a Gilded? He may have seen it. He watch it just like we do. And Mark was never one to watch period dramas. So to know that
he talk about us.
Right, he used to talk about us.
What is this crap you're watching?
Until he started watching, he was like, oh my goodness. We got him hooked, y'all. Hey, Amy.
Amy Cave.
I've got some papers left over here. Let's see how many guys I got with the papers. I got one.
Hey, y'all. I'm going to tell you the one to watch.
3.
What's it called? Animal Kingdom?
4.
That's the name of it, right, Trace?
Yeah.
Animal Kingdom.
4.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see. Let's see. It blends in a little bit too much on that one.
You talking about some dysfunction?
I think
in
this
family.
will work really good.
Well, welcome, House Scrapper. House Scrapper said, "Thank you for the link. I just bought my stamps."
Oh, awesome!
You're at work too, huh, House Scrapper?
So you got so many to, kind of play around with. See which ones you want to have on what. Oh, you know what? He needs to be, I think, on something like that.
How about
with
Kanye?
A suit on.
Try Kanye on it. I call him Kanye on that. What you think? No.
That kind of works. We'll see. I was hoping someone taller to fill up more space.
Well,
So I
that
made
worked
him
too.
shorter. I made him a little bit shorter. Okay, let's see. Did I do both of the sides? Yep. Let's see what I did with this one. So I need one for him. I need two more. So let's get.
So Rebecca, how you doing?
Okay, let's see what else we got.
Thank you, House Scrapper. House Scrapper says great price for the stamps. Yes, I'm on break at work. Do they know that? They better know, huh?
We won't tell. Whistle while you work. Dee, 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 dee. Okay, I think he can fit on here. Yep.
The House Scrapper says, I have two co-workers with birthdays coming up. Gonna make them giant birthday cards with these stamps.
Oh,
the card will be
nice.
filled with candy and gifts.
Oh, that's gonna be nice. How sweet are you? I'm just gonna glue these down.
Man, Amy Cave.
I'm using this one right here, y'all. I'll show y'all what this looks like.
Amy says, y'all, I placed an order with my favorite things for some stamps in April. You know, I still haven't gotten my order and I cannot get a response from them. I reported them with Shopify and have learned my lesson. You're right, Zal. Zal says, Bill, leave House Scrapper alone. She just made a purchase from your store. Her job doesn't need to know about what's going on here.
Right, he can't keep no secrets, okay?
Zal Storm.
Throw you right under the bridge.
House Scrapper knows I'm messing with her. Don't you, House Scrapper? House Scrapper probably going,
Like, shh. She'll know soon enough that Bill can't keep a secret. I keep all my secrets to myself because I know if I tell my husband, it's gonna be out there. So if y'all don't trust him to keep a secret, you know imagine me trying to tell him all my secrets. But I have no secrets. I don't keep any secrets from my husband that he doesn't know about.
just puts me on the need to
the
know
secrets
program.
they don't know about, right? I don't know what it is about him. He was that. I was like, Bill, you was that kid, weren't you? They probably called him Snitch.
Tracey and them be like, Bill, come here. Go take a shower right quick. I'm going to take you somewhere. Oh. Come out. Some clothes are lying on the bed. Put these on. We end up at the place, and it's a surprise party for someone else. I said, why did you keep it from me? Because we have to keep it from you. Or it won't be a surprise for the person.
Right.
Bye, Donna. Donna has an appointment. Thank you for everything.
See you, Donna. Okay.
Fantastic, Rebecca. Rebecca says, all my scans and tests came back awesome. No brain surgeries. All is good. Praise the Lord. I can continue to craft.
Wow. Thank you, Lord.
Exactly.
Everybody's telling Donna to have a great day.
But other than that, Rebecca says, I'm doing great getting my cards into a few hospital gift shots in the near future.
I love it.
Rebecca be out there doing it.
She be she took the leap and it started with one and now it's just growing, you know? You just never know, y'all. Your creations are good enough. Sure, I don't know how this is going to come out, but I'm just going to randomly put it right here and see what happens. see what happens. See, I didn't know what it's going to look like, but hey, this will work. Let's do the other one, other side. And I can stamp on some of these.
Marina Carpenter, how you doing? Oh, House Scrapper says, do we have teen stamps? Not yet. Well, I tell you, I'm going to show you. This is what I'm going to do. When you get a chance, I'm going to put a link. And I'll show you what we have digitally.
Digitals or actual physical stamps?
Yeah, House Scrapper, are you talking digital or are you talking photopolymer?
Because some of the women stamp look like teenagers. Remember I made some to look like teenagers and the men.
Okay.
That's the actual physical stamp sets that are not colored in. Okay, let's see. Oh, she said both, please.
Okay.
Okay, so right here, right along here. Someone was talking about these making really great slimline cards. And yes, you can make these into slimline cards. Yep. Oh, thank you, Betty. I appreciate that. She said they're awesome. Rebecca said, not selling much at the moment, a few here and there, but my crafts are out there in 4 stores now, and then gift shops. Wow. Val says, I keep wanting to make slimline cards. I have been making some regular A2s. Oh, okay. In the meantime, I'm just happy to be creating. I know, right? Just happy to be creating right now. Yes. Sometimes life is lifing and you just can't get to your craft room. Rebecca, it's very, very inspiring, Rebecca. I think gift shops are an excellent way to start with if you're wanting to get your cards into little shops and stuff. Right, right. Sometimes life be life and you can't get to your craft brain, you know.
Hi, Janice. Janice, Tracy found a picture the other day. I think you were in that thing with her.
I think that was Janice.
Zale Storm says, I keep wanting to make some slimline cards. I have been making some regular A2s in the meantime, though.
Yeah.
Just happen to be creating anything right now.
I read that already, babe.
Oh, there you go. I'm going back and all throughout.
Amy, look, she said, I am really trying to focus on my physical and mental health. Yes, you got to do it. Amy, you got to do it, because what happened is that they're so connected. You're both your physical and your mental. Oh, we got a new P.O. box. For those of you, I started changing some of them under the videos, but we got a new P.O. box. I think I had written it down somewhere. Oh, I think it's right up there. We have a new P.O. box, y'all. This should solve the problem that has been going on for months, y'all. This should do it.
Sarah Johnson.
Sarah, you know, right? Oh my goodness. Oh, did you see Jill said, did we receive her anniversary card?
I'm not sure. I have to go. There's some. I have to look through.
Hopefully you didn't send it to the old P.O. box. That's what started jogging my memory. This is our new one. Yeah, it's been like a challenge with that box ever since the beginning of the year. We've had challenges. Thank goodness we weren't in the middle of a card campaign, because that would be just an absolute disaster.
Bam! Crystal Talbert.
Hey, Crystal. Oh, Betty Darnell says she loves dollhouses.
We'll check, Jill.
Dollhouses were
probably down there. If not, it'll be there soon.
Dollhouses were the thing back in the day. Oh my goodness, Betty.
You know what? I was a kid.
Dollhouses were the thing.
I can definitely remember, like, in particular at the playground. I must have been about the first grade, something like that. Girls used to play with those paper dolls and stuff.
Mm-hmm. With the little tabs on them.
And we used to like, what are you doing? And every so often we would get caught up. Why don't you take this one and put it? Next thing you know, you playing there right with them. Okay.
Right. Between that, jacks. Our thing was jacks, checkers, chess.
Well, hopscotch.
And hopscotch, of course. Like indoor, it was jacks, checkers, chess. Outdoors, it was, we did hopscotch, but there was this game called Four Squares. Oh my goodness. I remember that. You got to be like highly competitive. I don't know if your Four Squares was like ours.
Hey, I remember
you got to be competitive.
We had 2 square and 4 square.
Because we did it was 4 squares all the time. We did some. That 4 squares can be brutal if you wasn't highly competitive.
Thank you, House Scrapper. House Scrapper says, "Oh my gosh, loving the physical stamps. They're perfect."
Oh, you're welcome.
You know what I'm saying, Gaten? Gaten says, "Trace, I hope I can participate in the next card campaign, whatever that may be, because of the mailing fees."
Oh my goodness, we don't even want to go there.
At this point, we're hoping we can participate too.
You know. Yeah, hopscotch. What was it? Hopscotch, four squares, kickball, of course. Kickball, and then I did do basketball. We had the basketball hoop connected to the what you call it? You know, it's not officially a basketball hoop. You connect it to what? The what is it? The pole of the electric
Oh yeah.
pole thing? Like you
The
just
telephone pole.
hammer it in. I don't know if y'all did that.
Tires, like bike.
No, we actually had the hoop.
The inside of tires, take the spokes off.
That's how I learned to play basketball. I was like one of the only girls playing basketball with all the boys.
And we would take a hammer and nail it up on the pole. And it didn't have a net or nothing. And play in the alley.
Right. A lot of basketball stars were made from those days.
Hood ball.
Oh, is that what y'all called it? Did y'all do red light, green light, 1, 2, 3?
We did that. You ever play
Did y'all do red? Who did red light, green light, 1, 2, 3? And then you turn around and then you turn back around and everybody has to stop.
Was that the one where you had to sit in the chair? What's the one you had to sit in the chair?
Musical chairs.
Oh my God. And
that can become brutal too.
Knocking people out of chairs, all kind of stuff. All I knew was I was going to have me a chair. If I didn't have a chair, well, nobody going to have one, okay?
Bill, what you talking about? You just pushing people over, huh?
Right, because remember, every time a person got out, they removed the chair. Till eventually it's just one chair left and two people.
Oh, Red Rover. Oh my goodness, Julie Jones. Red Rover. Duck, Duck, Goose. Oh my, Zal. That was my game right there. I don't know what childhood you were in if you didn't do Duck, Duck, Goose. Oh, Simon Says. Oh my goodness.
That was a good one there
yes. Too. Simon Says, Duck, Duck, Goose. What was the other one?
What was the one?
We did that one at school. We did Duck, Duck, Goose a lot at school. But who did crab soccer? I just want to know who did crab soccer.
Was that the one you had to crawl on your hands and feet back?
Yes, I was like a beast in that game. That was in elementary.
Who could think of these games?
Hey.
And no matter what part of the country you came from, you kind of...
Do they even do crab soccer anymore? These kids don't
Natty
know.
says London Bridges.
Oh, London Bridges falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridges falling down. My fair lady.
Janet says Annie Over. I didn't know that one. Julie Jones says
Annie
Chinese
Over.
jump
What is
rope.
that? Oh my goodness. Yes.
Was that the one with 2 ropes?
Pick up sticks.
That was a good one there too, Crafty Mom.
Yep. Do kids do that anymore?
How about marbles?
Marbles.
People had their favorite marbles.
What about the one with the strings? Where you
You
attach
can
the strings and you do them in different shapes and then you pass it to the next person? What is that called? 1960s children, LOL. Chinese jump rope. That was fun.
Babe Darnell says 1960s children.
Bill, stop reading the comments that I just read. What about Pay Attention? What about that game?
Baby Darnell deserves a double recognition.
He didn't pay that one.
You know, one time...
What's that one thing? Old Maid. That's
the
a
card game?
Yeah, Old Maid.
I remember that.
Oh my goodness. Y'all, who did handball? Did anyone play handball?
I never played that.
Ooh, that was another brutal game.
No, I was with my grandson a couple of weeks ago, right? We went to this park. It was a Juneteenth type celebration or something at Piedmont Park. It's a major park downtown in Atlanta. And we were throwing the football. And my son, it's like he wants my grandson to be like at the level of a pro. He's 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, just take your time, take it easy. Anything he does is fine. And he's 12. He missed it. So what? Who cares? They missed it in the pros too. You know?
Right, you gotta let him enjoy it.
Just let's have fun instead. It turned a fun game into something that was just too pressure filled. You know what I mean?
Cat's Cradle string game. Yes, Crafty Ma. That's what I was thinking.
Ned, where you're fired.
The doctors are now asking children if they are getting up and active and outside playing. What was the rest of it? That was Jill's. They're outside playing. What a shame. Too many kids are in front of the screen. Yup. I was telling yesterday, me and Bill was talking about it. I said, you know, right now, there's like a great athlete out there, but they're sitting on the couch, so we'll never know, you know, or with all of these mathematical abilities or inventions, but we'll never know because they're sitting in front of the TV.
You know what? Now, I think this had two different names. Betty Donnell said, what is the game called with the ball on a string that you hit the ball? Are you talking about with the paddle?
Paddle ball.
We called it bolo. Now, some people call it paddle ball.
Paddle ball.
We called it bolo because the name of the paddle we would buy, it had bolo. It was a bolo.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait. You talking about the one with the
right?
on the table. They call it table tennis.
Which one was that? Is that the one with
ping pong?
With the little circle thing?
Yeah,
oh,
that was fun.
I love that one.
Wait a minute. Who played badminton?
I did.
Oh my goodness.
You'd have thought I was Venus.
Look.
Serena's cousin.
Did anyone play some badminton? That's what I want to know.
You could be in the Olympics in badminton.
That is a fun game.
I know.
That's a fun game.
Karate Masa's Cat's Cradle string game.
We should get that game and have Adonis play it. We should play it with Adonis.
Which one?
Badminton.
Oh yeah.
Because that birdie, boy, especially when you hit it high and you can't wait for it to come down, and then you end up missing.
Or you run and make a diving hit. And kids have no fear. We'll jump and we don't care if it's grass, gravel, nothing.
Here's an outdoor game. What about riding your bike? What about that one?
Please.
I love when we go on the trail. We went on the trail this past weekend, and you see the kids with their parents or even their grandparents riding the bikes and stuff.
Betty down there says table pool. You know those little bitty pool tables?
Mm-hmm.
Hold up. Betty says play in the mud.
Look. I remember when we had a pool table in our basement, okay? Not just a little, we had a full-size pool table, Bill.
How big
was our game. It was the big one.
Okay.
Full-size
one.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
We had pretty good? Size.
We got really good. Mm-hmm.
You know something I bought, and I always wanted it, but when I got it, I just never learned it. It was a waste of money, actually. A unicycle.
Oh, my goodness.
Big and big. Please.
Wait 1 minute. I got one for y'all.
I could not ride that thing.
Look at Betty Darnell play in the mud. Exactly. Or play in a puddle. Like, what about like walking in the rain with your galoshes on? Look, galoshes. That just shows you.
Oh my God, your age is coming out.
It's a good age, babe. Because who else would know these things? You know what I'm saying? Now kids are so stuck on those devices, and grown-ups too. I have to admit it. Grown-ups are stuck on those devices to the point where you're not having conversations anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like the earbuds in the ear, can't hear you. You know what I'm saying? You got to repeat yourself. The kid will have their earbuds in and no one hears you. Like, hey.
Ooh, here goes one.
Oh, dodgeball. Ooh, that can get brutal, okay?
You try to hit people in the face.
That can get brutal.
It wasn't great when you caught someone, maybe they had jumped out of the way and they had their head turned and you like, woohoo! And you knew they took their eyes off the action. And you would sling that ball trying to anticipate them standing up and turning to look just as they turn. Ooh.
Yeah, there was some games.
But it's a girl, so hey. You know what though? In gym class, it'd be the girls against the boys. Do not be fooled just because they're girls. Some of those girls were almost criminal when it came to dodgeball, okay?
Oh, Jennifer said yes, and they will stay in their rooms, right? That's why we had activities like on the weekends. So like, especially if they were in soccer, right? So there was a season where they had soccer. So you have practices throughout the week, and then on Saturdays, they had the tournaments, And so, I mean, even when they were on track, and so that was a whole thing, practice throughout the weeks to get them moving. And then, because I wanted to see what they were good at. And then they had cheernastics, practice throughout the week. And then they had swim lessons sometimes on Saturday mornings. I mean, your weekend went by so fast because I wanted to see what they were, anything that interests them. And then I remember sending them to like a science camp during the summer. What was that other thing they did? Of course, they had to have, there was band practice and all the other things. Like they would join clubs at school. Like Chelsea, I remember she wanted to join a knitting club. And I was like, oh my goodness, your school is doing a knitting club? Like, I thought that was pretty, I was like, yeah, when do I need to pick you up? They would have an after-school knitting club.
Daddy says, I never rode a bike, so no one can tell her you never forget how to ride a bike. You know what? One thing I always wanted to do, and I really wasn't nowhere near as good as a lot of the people who could do it. You ever see people do wheelies?
Oh, on the bike?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, the most I probably ever did was maybe I would do a wheelie and I've gone maybe 10 or 12 rotations.
Right, but there's some people could go all the way down.
Some people could ride just blocks and blocks.
Right.
And they only came down because they just...
I could do it for a little while, but then I had a lot of injuries growing up because I wanted to do what the boys were doing. My poor little bike with the basket on the front, it did not look good.
Yeah, some people could do that, boy.
It did not look good later on. I like this guy on this paper right
somebody
here.
just said something about...
Oh, wait a minute. Who did a pogo stick? Did anyone say pogo stick?
I had a pogo stick.
Betty Darnell, you better get that heart rate up with some double Dutch. Okay?
Were you pretty good?
Y'all,
she just looked at me like, what kind of ignorant statement did you just ask me?
Did you hear my husband talk? Not only that, we knew all of the songs, okay?
Plus, you're from New York.
Plus, you could
the
play
New York
it
people
all.
could really do it, huh?
Okay, who remembers this song with double Dutch? When you're turning the rope, it's all about the rhythm with turning the rope. If you got someone who's double-handed with the rope, it's not gonna work.
Betty Darnell
You gotta have the
rhythm.
Right. You gotta have the rhythm with the ropes.
You need a pro rope holder, huh?
And so we would do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 10, 2, 10, 3-10. So you're turning the rope to the rhythm. 3-10, Who knows about this, y'all? There has to be someone. That was the Double Dutch. That was our Double Dutch main song, okay? Now let me get back to doing this.
Patty cakes. I used to do
Patty
that
cakes,
with the hands.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I was good at that, boy. Then you keep going, then you go fast as possible. I was good at that, which is unusual. People are like, what is the guy doing good? Hey, I got good at it.
What's that one song that they used to say? Miss Lucy had a baby.
I heard that.
His name was Tiny Tim. She put him in the bathtub to see if he could swim. He drank up all the water. He ate up all the soap. He tried to eat the bathtub, but it wouldn't go down his throat. You remember that?
I remember that vaguely.
Miss Lucy called the doctor. Miss Lucy called the nurse. Miss Lucy called the lady with the alligator purse. There you go.
Network says, we played softball. My friend and I were the last ones picked, and they wouldn't let us be on the same team.
Oh.
Laugh out loud. The team captains fought for which one of us they had to take. I tried everything in my power to not be that guy.
I know. I that was the thing. It's like who you want to pick.
I got to be somebody good.
So if I played with the boys, they would pick me last, and then I'd have to show them. You know.
Then they start picking you first. Huh?
Look, hey, it was the basketball. They would pick for basketball, and I was like the only girl. Maybe there might have been one other girl, but most of the time I was the only girl.
I remember my nephew, he was super good in basketball, right? And like All-State, all this other kind of stuff. But now my niece, we used to cross-train them because we wanted to keep her active. And when they were in the
she dunked on
fifth grade. Her defense was so good that Aaron would get mad at her. Tracy, one time he threw the ball at her.
Oh.
And hit her. But Ayla was so vicious and fighting. Aaron started running, and she chased him so far because she wouldn't quit. But he got mad because he couldn't get away from her.
Outside games, kids would stand in a circle. Someone would be it, and drop that thick black eraser behind a person. Really? That person would chase the other person running back to the open spot. I remember that game. I remember that.
Now, here was a game. I bet everybody's played this. Monkey in the middle. Remember that one?
I think I remember that.
Well, you had to be in the middle. Maybe they throw a ball or something. And you had to eventually time it in such a way that when they threw it, you could instantly be back to where the person was who was trying to catch it. If you intercepted it, the person who threw it had to take the place in the middle. And a lot of times they form a circle around you. You have to just,
Wow.
So even,
oh my goodness, Punchinella. Do you remember that song?
I never heard of that.
Look who's here, Punchinella, Punchinella. Look who's here, Punchinella. Now what can you do? Punchinella, Punchinella. You don't remember?
I've never heard that.
Oh my goodness, what is wrong with you?
Neither have
well, you probably wouldn't know.
Neither has Alicia Turner. Have you, Alicia?
Punchinella, I remember that. A card game was Slug Bug. What is that?
What is Slug Bug?
Look, we acting like we in what's the name of that show that where the people went back in time? And they were like kids
playing kick the can.
What was the name of the?
It was the Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone. They would. I don't know if they would jump into the pool and they would be on the. Next thing you know, they would be like their young selves.
Right then, that grumpy man was talking
right.
About it.
Yeah. That's what it reminds. That's what this reminds me of.
Amy says slug bug was when you spotted a VW bug and punched your sibling.
Oh wow.
In the face. Hardest part. No, just kidding.
Oh, Punchinella in the shoe. Punchinella in the shoe. Now what can you do? That's what it was. Good excuse to hit your brothers. That sure was the song, though. I remember that song. Oh. Making up, look, who was outside catching lightning bugs and putting them in the jar thinking that you're going to make a strobe light or something. You're going to make a lamp out of them. Next thing you know, they done died. Twilight Zone, my favorite show that took me forever to stay up and watch. You know what I'm saying? Because Twilight Zone was on late at night. Maybe they didn't want kids to watch it. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, I don't know. But we still
Twilight Zone was
they
on
couldn't stop us from watching
it was
that.
on pretty late, wasn't it?
We were gonna see that one. That's one. We had to sneak. You know what? When people still talking about being like Captain Mouse said, she was almost the last person to get the show. Here's the thing. Okay. When I really liked something, I would study it to death. I remember I wanted to play. I saw one of my friends was super good in basketball, and I like watching. I said, man, I gotta play that. And at the time, I was one of the last people selected. And so in the 7th grade, when I tried out for the basketball team, you know, they at this school where they had like 3 strings, the first, second, and third string. And I remember just thinking, Lord, please just let me make the team. Out of all these people, just let me be, even from number 15, I'm happy. And by the grace of God, I made the team, right? By 8th grade, my prayer became, Lord, please, this year, just let me make 2nd string. And somehow that year I ended up making 2nd string. By 9th grade, I was saying, man, I sure hope I start this year. Please let me start. And I started. By 10th grade, please, I was saying, I wonder what position I'm going to play. Starting was not even, I knew there was beyond a shadow of a doubt. There was no question.
You got better, right?
Yeah, because it was a conscious decision to get better.
Yes.
Conscious decision, working hard,
Imagine
studying.
the power of the mind, right?
That's what it was.
Yep. Power of the mind.
As a matter of fact, you're not even focused on being last. That's not even the thing. And what I would do, I would find someone who was much better than any of the people I was around to use as a bullseye. So that would usually be somebody deep in high school or at the playground who was a grown man. And I would study them and do what they did. And they would see you and they would, hey, young blood, come here, do this. And it's like getting trained by the community. See you, House Scrapper.
See you, House Scrapper. Thanks for supporting our store. Appreciate you. Okay. Y'all brought back some memories.
You know?
Memories.
Rowena Carpenter says catching June bugs. I remember them putting them on a string by their feet to fly. Rowena, y'all tortured the poor things.
By their feet? Oh my goodness.
Come here, you little June bug convicts. Catch you foot to foot.
Of course I'm going to use this at some point. I don't know how, but you know I'm going to use this, right?
I used to like catching those lightning bugs and putting them in jars.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Oh my God, that was fun. I remember I went to Alabama and just visited my grandmother. You talking about some huge grasshoppers? I'm talking, they had grasshoppers big as this water bottle right here, okay? Yes. We would catch them too. I wouldn't catch them now.
I'm not catching those.
I don't know how I did it. But as a kid, you wasn't scared of stuff like that.
You weren't.
Because you didn't know to be. Amy says her sister used to chase her with locust shells.
What? I tell you, boy, the things that, you know.
Then the husband used to catch red ants.
Oh, my
goodness. And watch them tunnel along the glass.
Not the red ants. Aren't those the ones that really sting you?
Oh, my goodness.
Them ants, I think it's the red ants. Aren't those the ones, if they bite you, you get like a, it takes so long.
Right. Those are the ones. Fire ants, like. Linda said, yep, they bite. Amy says, yep. She said, those are fire ants. Those fire ants are no joke.
Y'all bringing back memories. I put this on here. Use up this piece right here.
All right. Which is the worst to get bit by, stung by? A bee, a wasp, or a yellow jacket?
Mm.
I'm going to throw another one in the mix. Or a horsefly.
Them horseflies are pretty.
The worst for me was a horsefly by far.
No, getting stung by a bee over the eye. That was my thing. Me and Bill was outside, and I got stung right over my eyelid.
I've been stung by.
And then I went to crawl over to Bill to get his attention. And he was like, what happened? I was holding my eye, right? That thing, my eye got bit. What do you mean it hurt?
You got hit by Mike Tyson.
That thing got so big very quickly, okay?
She looked like Rocky.
Over my eye, okay?
Adrian!
I did look like I was in a fight. I did.
Mick!
We was outside working in the yard. It seemed like once you get stung by a bee, it seemed like every bee wants to get you.
Let me tell you something.
Every bee wants to get you after that.
I've been stung by everything, and nothing is worse than a horsefly.
They say those are pretty bad.
A horsefly, it felt like someone took pliers and just squoze it as hard as they could. When I got bit, it felt like that, and then as I tried to slap at it, I think I missed it. As it flew off, blood was almost just rolling out of my arm. I was like...
Here's one for you. Has your house ever been infested with fleas?
No. But I have been in places that have.
If you have never been, this was my childhood, okay? House was infested with fleas.
Maybe everywhere.
I had such a bad allergic reaction to that. No, you have to bomb the house when that happens. And this one, we had animals that ran down in the woods. I mean, they were everywhere. We would just see ticks on them. This is before they had all of the different tick stuff and collars and all the fancy stuff, right? When I say those ticks bit me up, and they will only bite me around my feet and my feet, my ankles, and right around my shins.
Mm.
Oh my goodness, and my calves.
Amy says,
Bill, horseflies don't sting, they bite, okay?
Well, whatever they do, it's quite painful, okay? Reagan Zick says, the Florida no-see-em gnats love me. They eat me alive. I don't miss them being here in Colorado.
This is something else where someone could be sitting right next to you. That's what me and mosquitoes. Someone could be sitting right next to you. Mosquito, not one mosquito bite.
That's me.
But you?
That's Tracy. You saw what Amy said then, huh?
We had roaches real bad when I was young. And roaches bite you. Do they? Get out of here.
Amy said they went to a drive-in and somehow a cloud of mosquitoes came over the top of us. while we were sitting on the roof of the car, and
Oh
she was the one
my
that got tore up.
goodness. Yeah, they said it depends on your blood type. They be eating at me, the mosquitoes.
Fleas and roaches are harmless compared with bed bugs. That's what Natty says. Oh my God.
Did I have enough to put on this? Let's see. Yeah, this will work.
Sonia Drill says, I don't know. Twilight Zone came on at 12 p.m., but first I want to see the honeymooners.
Oh my goodness. Yes, it was just like you had your series of shows that need to be watched. The honeymooners, and then that was a later night. To us, it was late night for the honeymooners. Now I don't even know what time kids stay up.
They don't no. You don't know what time they go to sleep. They don't. Until it's time to go to school.
And I thought that 8:30 seemed like a reasonable bedtime. And then 10 o'clock seemed like a reasonable bedtime to me as they got older.
The Reagan 6 says it has something to do about your scent and pheromones.
Whew, they would tear me to pieces. Okay.
What? Little Helper said, when they say everything is big in Texas, they mean it. She was in Del Rio one time teaching, and one of the kids brought in the biggest termite she's ever seen. It was big as a hot dog.
Termite?
It was big as a hot dog. Are you sure that was a
what's that for show and tell?
The termite's so big they keep them as pets.
Is that true, babe? Or you just add
No,
that
I'm just
in?
adding that in.
Oh, okay. Look, Deb Couture said, Mom always had us in bed by 9 and up at 7, even during the summer.
Please.
They try to keep it consistent, huh?
If you went to visit my grandmother, great-grandmother, please. Don't think you're fixing to sleep. My great-grandmother used to like to start the day by pulling weeds in her garden. Pulling the weed. It'd still be dark. Get up!
That was your summer, huh?
I'd be like, please don't take me to Alabama. I want to go to Tennessee with my daddy. Because you can play down there. Have fun. In Alabama, they thought you were there as hired as a free worker. Ooh, I'm going to give me some yard work done this year. Grass cutting. And when you cut the grass, for many years, I went down there, we had to use a sling blade and this rotary line. It wasn't really, I don't want to know what you call it. It was like a lawnmower, but there was no electric engine. It was a rotary thing. And you pushed it.
Y'all are something else. Memory.
Deborah Couture said it's a manual mower. She has one now. That thing right there.
Look.
Well, you know what? Compared to a sling blade, the manual mower was a welcome relief. Believe me when I tell you this. How many do y'all know what a sling blade is?
Yes, babe. Is that the one with the...
Right.
That's great exercise.
That's cruel and unusual punishment. Exactly, Natty. Natty says, remember when it was announced on TV? It's 10 o'clock.
Yep.
Do you know where your children are?
You better know, right? Now kids
like,
could be
hopefully far from here. No, you didn't say that back then.
Okay, so let's see if
First of all, you were gonna get nowhere near that comment. If your parent had to even think something like that, don't even come home, okay? What's up, Brian?
Hey, Brian.
You know you've been around when your name, the name of your of your channel is B&D Crafts and more. But everybody, when they see it, they know your name is Brian.
Right.
Sonny Chris says, Tracy, you have that paper bent at the bottom. Which one? I know how it is. If something like that is happening, you're like, please fix it, please. You want to reach through the screen.
I don't see it. I must have fixed it already.
Well, there you go. Brian says, I'm doing pretty well today.
Good. I'm gonna see what we can make with this. This one is adventurous, so let's see how we can do this. That'll fit.
Yep, that was it, Sonia Creel. Where you swung the blade back and forth over the grass.
Be hot out there, huh?
Please. I tell you what, the worst thing I ever liked about going to visit my grandmother there in the South, deep in the South, it was the outhouses. I couldn't stand those outhouses. That was before they got a normal bathroom. And that was where you went. Even before you even open the door, oh my God. And then when you open the door, the smell was just atrocious. But I still bared with it until I found out that apparently someone was using the outhouse and they looked up and a snake was hanging from the top. Oh my goodness,
no.
And from that moment alone,
I'd be done, okay?
I never went in there. I just went outside somewhere, took some toilet paper. I said, oh no. I would not be going to this. I'm not going here. Because being snakes don't get along, okay?
I wonder why not, Bill.
Connie Teeter from Kansas. Exactly. Amy, I had to be able to run.
I bet you ran that day, huh?
Hey.
Oh, if you would have seen the snake in there.
Well, think about it. You see a snake and now the door, you're scared to move. And the door is probably closed. You got to reach up, unlock it. And the mere fact that you move your arm, the snake may drop down.
People be finding stuff in their attics, and you'd be like, how did that get up there?
Tracy showed me some video on Instagram or something where
I shouldn't have showed you.
The snakes were coming through the toilet.
I shouldn't even showed it to you.
I was not snakes. I was like, apparently somebody was taking a dump. They must have felt something.
TMI, right?
Wiggling around down there.
TMI, y'all. TMI.
Is this rubbing against my tush? And all of a sudden, you stand up and you're never the same again.
I need some background for this. I need this to have some dimension on it. I need it to be bold.
Sonny Chris said they still have outhouses in Alaska. They have them all over the place. Still. There are places all across the country. Alabama, Mississippi, a lot of places in the South.
They still have alcohol?
Yeah.
Hmm.
See you
Remind me,
later, Lisa.
remind me
Lisa
not to
Turner has
visit
to go.
those
Lisa
people.
Turner has to go.
Remind me not to visit those places, okay?
Exactly. What?
Although that one gas station we stopped at was kind of.
Oh my God. I remember that. Oh,
Might as well
we were
just.
driving to Florida, and we took the GPS took us through all these back roads. I'm talking roads that just barely had paving on them.
I think
Looked
we were
like
coming back from
dirt roads. Some of them was
the
dirt.
vacation.
Some of them they have signs, and it was so countrified.
We were like, but you know what?
If I had
It
saw,
sure enough got us back pretty quick too, didn't it? But we were like, what kind of roads are
it was
this,
so
right?
country and rural. I promise you, if an escaped slave had started running across the field, hollering, running for their freedom, I wouldn't have been surprised. That's how back in the woods we were. I was like, let's hurry up and get out of here. I feel like I was in another time zone.
Yeah, it was pretty back in time-ish, like yeah. But guess what? We ended up getting home pretty quick.
Exactly. Even the gas pumps look like they're from another century.
They did. I was like, what? So you see what I'm doing here, y'all? I'm just putting this. I'm just making some dimension on that.
Hi, Wanda Rose.
Hey.
Seriously, y'all, anybody ever see that movie Antebellum? That's what it felt like. Oh, Marina says, where did you get those stamps from? Which ones? The Photopolymer ones? Probably from, we have almost 100 stamps in the store. I'll put the link.
This one, maybe? Is this one? This is the Men of Distinction. We have a whole men's collection. Is it the physical or are you talking about the digital? If I take this, stamp this right here. Let's see. These would be good to have, like these little signs over here. These are good to just make a bunch of those. You could always use them later.
Okay, I just put the link. Wait a minute here. Let's see.
Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and do just like this. Right, and let's see. I'm trying to give this dimension. I forgot to print it out as a I forgot to print it out properly, you know. I try to go all the way up to the edge. So now I'm going to take my pieces. I got a lot of little scrap pieces. But now take some of these to add dimension to it. The one she's using. Oh, those are the men's. I think it's the one with the men's stamp.
Which one? This one here?
I was reading Rowena's comment. You just have to go back and read it.
Okay.
I think she's thinking about the men's digital. The guys, I should say. It's the guys.
Sonny Creel says Bill Gates went to solve the problem of no clean water in Africa, and they created a way to clean the poop and burn it away. I watched.
Huh?
Let me underline that. I watched him drink the cleared new water.
Okay.
So, Sonia, let me ask you a question. If you were there with him side by side, after they finished the process, would you have said,
How do we get on that,
Bill,
actually?
I trust your process. Give me a pass of glass over this way. Or would you continue to watch him drink the clear new water? Which one of those would have probably happened?
Oh, you found it. Okay, Rowena. Good. Bill's, they're too busy talking about poop, so I think we're good.
Sonny Creel's, we're talking about the Bill Gates.
Oh, okay.
And scientific progress. And our belief in it.
Oh, Norma, yeah, have a safe trip. Let's get back to Norma, okay?
Well, what happened? Wanda Rose
Don't
says,
stop anywhere strange, okay?
Wanda
on your
Rose,
trip.
So you can still order Photopolymer men stamps. I have digital, but would like the words. Well, what it is, if we have it. See, like for instance, some of the stamp sets, if like let's say clicking on one champion, we have some of those. I click on the men of distinction, we still have some of those. If we don't have them, it'll say out of stock. As long as it doesn't say out of stock, you're good to go.
I think we have a few more left. These are real popular because the stamps were popular because Father's Day.
See you later, Norma Watson.
Just thought I'd cut that little piece off.
Norma Watson says, I ain't going nowhere. What you talking about? Come on. See you later. Oh, today is Junior's birthday.
Junior's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. So you see how that just adds a little bit more to it when you cut it out like that? That.
What's a biffy? M. Sim says, I had to stop to tell you I have an outdoor biffy at my house. It's just for decoration. Laugh out loud. A lot of homes around us have the real thing. What's a biffy?
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, is a biffy like an outhouse? That must be an outhouse.
I think I'm going to put distinguished for him.
Exactly, Wanda Rose.
Distinguished.
Wanda says, I think I will wait and make sure he didn't kill over before I drink mine.
Just bring me a bottle of water.
Exactly. I need mine. I want it to look like this
Before you drink
seal,
yours.
with a seal wrapped firmly around the top of it.
Before you drink yours, okay?
I want to know that I'm the only person on earth who's going to turn that bottle cap, okay? Sorry, we're talking about, I don't know, Bill. Everyone just stood there looking at him. I think he was pulling our leg. He probably filled it up with some other water.
Okay. So I'm going to use this. I have a little bit of this brick wall-like paper. And I wanted to stamp. Oh, I got two distinguished guys on here, huh? Let's see. Man, where'd the time go? It's like 1:47, y'all.
Junior said, thank you for the birthday greetings.
Oh. You're so welcome.
Amy says, I drink Los Angeles city water. I do have a faucet filter, but city water never bothered me. You know what? I kind of grew up like that, Amy. Amy said my dad was nothing if he wasn't practical. And he said it wasn't practical to drink water from a bottle when it's nothing but the same as the water from the faucet. I used to hear that kind of stuff. I say probably just getting this holding these bottles.
They've done
the faucet.
tests. They have done tests now.
That's true, they have. And then put a name on it.
This is smart water.
50 Cent made a fortune
Because it
on
made
that
you
smart.
smart.
Water, didn't he?
Still is.
And people who drink
See that?
smart water don't even know he's the one who created it.
All right, distinguished. Put this one here. Or I can put it on that one.
And the veil.
So this is how I'm using up my little bits of cardboard, y'all.
Michelle Pacheco.
Hey, Michelle.
Thank you, Ann Guziak. Ann says happy anniversary. We're getting close, huh?
Getting close.
2 days.
2 days. Today.
I did not know that, Natty. Tracey, Natty says Evian water. You remember that? Evian?
Yeah.
It's naive spelled backwards.
Wow.
They're trying to mess with us, aren't they?
It's our anniversary.
Michelle Trito.
Anniversary.
Oh, what are you trying to say?
It's our... Oh, I'm so choked up.
Celebrate.
Celebrate good times. Come on.
Anybody ever see Wedding Singer? Wedding Singer with Adam Sandler. Oh my God, that was so funny.
That's what I was thinking about. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. Okay. Got nothing but love for you, darling.
Denisha Creel does not do well with faucet water.
Celebrate.
Celebrate.
Cecilia said, why is the record dragging? Why is the record dragging? Celebrate good time. Come on. Do, 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 do. Woo, y'all too funny. Y'all are funny. So there's another use for your cereal boxes, y'all, is to use them to create dimension for your projects. Let's see. I just want to get this on here. Wow. Well, you sound sick about your anniversary. No, it's going to be great.
Look, here, hold on.
We're actually going to be taking a little bit of a trip, y'all.
Let's check this out. This is where I got this from.
Where you got what from?
Just his heartbroken. Why would he even think about coming back to work? I don't know.
Oh man, he didn't do it.
We get it, babe. It's the Adam Sandler seal.
Oh my God.
Scene when he's
it was
dragging.
so funny. Y'all have to check it out. When you get a chance, just type into YouTube. Celebrate Adam Sandler.
Look at John Pounds. He had to chime in. All of a sudden, he done woke up now, huh? John Pounds done woke up.
Oh, right. He was at his ex's wedding, and he was one of the singers.
That was a funny one.
Ooh, Adam Sandler. I love Adam Sandler.
John said he had to wait.
Adam Sandler is probably one of my favorite comedians who happens to be on the screen.
He is funny.
He is so funny to me.
And he's still acting. He's still doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? That's that one basketball movie where he was that coach. You remember? That was a great movie too.
Yeah.
He does a little bit of everything. No, you notice that? Mm-hmm.
That one and the hockey stick one, where he was a golfer.
There's that one with the basketball player. Remember? Oh, the wedding. Yeah, wedding singer. Yep.
Right, the wedding singer. That was it, Jill.
I did not know the tune was on 78. LOL.
Oh my goodness, Strawberry.
Ah.
John talking about Tracey. I need a man paper doll of Huggy Bear from the original Starsky and Hutch.
Not Huggy Bear. That's funny. Look, John, you already have what's his name? You already have Bruce Lee over there.
Natty says that Adam Sandler started out on the Cosby Show. I did not know that.
Did he? I remember that Starsky and Hutch too. I remember Starsky and Hutch. Somebody's out doing their lawn in the heat.
It sounds like some mosquitoes. Huh?
No, baby, sounds like a thing someone doing their lawn out in the heat.
If the mosquitoes sound like that, you better run. They remember him. Carmina, Amy Cave, all kind of people.
It's our anniversary.
That was a nice song.
You know the words to it?
No.
Oh, okay.
It still was nice, though.
It was. I can't. Now the building said this looked like Kanye. I can't un-Kanye. I can't get it out of my mind.
Don't it look like it now?
Now that I see it, that's not what I thought when I made it until you said it.
I swear it looks like Kanye to me.
Well, Kanye's going to be going above and beyond if I get this words out on here. Let's see. Above and beyond. It's right there.
Norma says, what are you doing for your anniversary? That's a good question.
I figured dinner would be nice, but we got some traveling to do. We're going to be leaving town soon.
John, we're showing our age when we start talking about 45 speed records and 78.
Look.
Kids, well, you know what that is.
Oh, that's too
45.
short.
78. What are they talking about?
What album is that, right? I mean, if you say CDs, okay. 8-track player.
You know what I'm saying, Zal Storm? Linda Hupper said, I just treated myself to a Cracker Barrel breakfast delivery.
Aww.
Pancakes, sausage, country ham, scrambled eggs with cheese.
Look at y'all. You treat yourself.
And bacon. Should we got that part.
Above and Beyond is from the Birdhouse stamp set. So I'm just taking, because you might see some words that you like and you're like, oh, I could use this on this one. So I just took the above and beyond and put it on here. And it works.
What's this, Kathy's husband sent this. I'm just telling you. I was letting you know. Can I put this up, Trace?
Remember the plastic inserts you had to use for the 45? I remember that. So y'all, before we get off of here, Kathy Watt's husband has sent us some information. As far as where, if you want to send her a card, because she's in a nursing home. And so her husband has given permission for us to share her information. That's why you haven't seen her on here. So please keep her and her family, her husband, in your prayers. I know she was in the hospital back in April, and her husband has reached out to let us know that she is in a nursing home now. Yeah, usually she's C Watt when she comes on here, and you may have seen her. She used to be on all of our live streams, or she would be in the group. So please, y'all, keep her in your prayers. And I'll put it in the group also. I'll put the address in the group if y'all want to send her a card. Send her some cards. Her husband said that whenever he goes to visit her, she watches. She's usually watching my videos, watching Mindless Crafting videos. So
I just put her address in. He said it's okay. So you send it to Kathy Watt, Meadow Lodge of Howell, 1333 West Grand River Avenue, Howell, Michigan. Yeah. Anyway, you see it right there.
okay. So Kathy Howell, and the next one will be Meadow Lodge of Howell. Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
Room 233.
Kathy Watt. Okay. Oh, that's the room number?
Right.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
She's been around a long time.
She's been with us for a
From the
minute.
beginning, almost, literally.
She's been with us for a minute, okay? So, appreciate y'all sending her, blessing her with a card, you know?
Natty says, oh man, I just got summoned for jury duty. Maybe we need to send you a card. I understand.
I'm not even gonna say anything because I've always gotten away.
You know, I've never gotten, but my son.
They sent me something
my
and
son
I feel like
one.
they canceled it. They sent something to me and then all of a sudden.
I was like, I do not want to be on
Like a no.
jury.
I'm just gonna add a little bit of ink spots to some of these areas here. So we're here having a little bit of fun.
What? Deborah Couture says, how long do you have to serve? We have to serve for a year here. What? She says she did get to sit on jury for one case, and it was interesting. I had to be on something low profile, like jaywalking or something. In and out. Did he do it? Yes, no, done. Trace, I like how it's making those edges look. Those
Yeah,
spots.
just figure last minute. Trying to keep it masculine, you know, the guys.
Oh man, Jennifer says she had jury duty last year. Her case was sad, and it lasted.
That's why I
about
don't
a
know. My
week.
mental health. That looks really good. It's like a little theme going on here, huh? About to get off, y'all. So like this, I wouldn't put like a, you know, like ribbon and all that on here just
Hi,
because.
Angela. Angela says, hello from India, Bill and Tracy. Your crafting has enabled me to start my own. Helps me heal my trauma.
Look,
That's wonderful, Angela.
I love it. I love it. For so many of us, crafting is healing. Whatever it takes for you to get through whatever you're going through. For many of us, that's what crafting does. I love the way my heart feels when I craft. You know, being able to create something that never existed, like these bookmarks, right? So thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. All right, just about done here, y'all. And I'm just going over in the corners with these, really. And it does something to it, doesn't it? Oh, Norma said they're on a road trip right now. All righty. And there we go, y'all. There's the guys.
That's a lot of them.
We just sitting here talking about childhood games and the guys.
That is really a lot.
Let's see what we got here. And here they are. These can easily fit, if you wanted to, you could fit these on a slimline card. So if you wanted to make those first and then have them on a slimline, you can.
This guy looked like a guy I went to school with. You know those guys in high school, they have big beards and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Brewster.
All right, y'all. All done. Yeah, y'all take care.
Thank you, Linda Bill.
Thanks, Linda. Thank you, Tracy and Bill. Have a great weekend. It was fun, just, you know.
Oh, is this in digital right here? Is that what you're saying? Norma says, is that stamp set on your left a digital? What's the name of that? Men of Distinction? I'll look it up right quick.
Yes, this is.
It sure is.
Men of Distinction is digital. Now we did the men and the ladies. All of those are digital. John, you need to stop. John, like,
John
no,
say?
we want 3 hours.
John Pounds.
When is your anniversary? It's Saturday. Saturday is our anniversary.
The 28th.
Yeah. Because guess what? Life is too short to live alone without someone to call your own. I will care for you. You will care for me, my love. I don't know if you remember that song.
Vaguely. I do. I remember it, but I
have
already know what it is.
I have to play for him after the live, okay?
As the words come up, it's like I remember it.
All right, y'all. Y'all take care and have a wonderful rest of the day. It was so fun going down memory lane. Now I want to get outside and play kickball. Or do a cartwheel. How many of y'all did those? Cartwheels and handsprings?
If I tried to cartwheel now, as I went down, I wouldn't come back up.
Backflips.
That'd pretty much be it, okay?
All right, y'all. Y'all take care and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye.